afternoon, yogis. We're going to do another take here. We're going to demonstrate some of our Hatha Yoga postures that we use in our series today, the Superpowers Yoga series. It is authentic Hatha Yoga. We begin class with breathing exercise. It's in through the nose and out through the mouth. There is some arm movement to go along with the breath. First we start with the arms out straight and strong. And we're going to inhale through the nose. Take a big breath in, hold it in, and then out the mouth. It's a loud H-A ha-ha sound out of the mouth. I'll do it again. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale one more, sit up tall. I'll demo one more, sit up tall, shoulders down, hold the air in briefly, and then out the mouth, like you're fogging up a mirror in front of your face, and be empty at the bottom. And then relax. In class, we'll do that about 8 to 10 times. And then we'll do the same thing with arms out to the side, taking up a lot of space. It goes like this with the inhale. Exhale. Inhale again through the nose, relax the face muscles, use the lungs, reach up tall, hold the air in, and exhale. Again, like you're fogging up a mirror, fog up your thumbs as you pass through, relax the hands down, shoulders down. And inhale, I'll show one more. Exhale. Relax. And again, we'll do that 8 to 10 times in class. Now we'll begin by bringing the legs out in front, legs bent, and we're going to lay back on the mat here, but with control, one vertebra at a time. Please take your time. Reach the hands forward like your invisible friends are holding your hands. Tuck the chin in tight, and then we're going to curl down and roll down as slow as you can. One vertebra at a time, please. Looking in at your belly. Gently lower your body down to the floor. And then lay down in corpse pose. Corpse pose is a real yoga posture, corpse pose, with the eyes open and the palms up. Now we begin by marching out the legs. Bend each knee up to the chest and put that leg down. In time, you won't have to pick your head up like this. And start to nose breathe in and out through the nose. And the yoga breath will be in and out through the nose throughout class, with only a couple exceptions. We go from there into a knee hug. Could be outside the knees like this. It could be inside the knees like this. You could try to bind your hands like this, or you could keep one hand on each leg. And then pull hard. And continuously pull. Keep pulling on your legs. Keep the head flat to the floor. And work the whole spine to the floor, cranium to coccyx to the floor. Don't stop pulling. And then we change. Good, legs out straight. I'm sitting up a lot here. We do this whole series on the back. And then from there we do a twist. You bend your right knee up. Take the left hand, right knee, and work the right knee over into your twist. Right arm out to the right, palm up, notice, palm down, versus palm up stretches out the bicep and shoulder. Palm up also opens heart and mind in yoga. Breathe into your twist, all the way in through the nose and all the way out. And then we change eventually after a few seconds, and we'll come to the other side after a few breaths and do the other side like that. Also for a few breaths each side. And then we go into a lying half moon, also from the back. Lying half moon, you start with your arms comfortably at the side, palms up. And we're going to walk both legs out to the left along the ground. Left heel out, right heel out. March your legs out to the left with your whole body flat to the floor. Now it's normal for this right hip to come up off the ground. As you relax the whole body, the right hip relaxes back down. We want to use gravity here to take the twist out of your spine to really flatten you out in this crescent moon shape. You feel this long stretch on the right side and a compression on the left side. please try to stay still in your postures. That is Hatha Yoga, to be still, not like I'm doing today. And then we'll walk back to the center after a few seconds and we'll try the other side. We'll notice that the two sides of the body are different when you do half moon like that. Take a few seconds and a few breaths on each side. And then walk your heels back to the center, and we start a couple back bends now. First back bend is fish. Fish looks like this. Hands in close to the body, or elbows in close, hands and forearms point up to the ceiling. And then with your bum on the floor and your shoulders on the floor to start, bend underneath your spine, arch underneath your back like this, and start to breathe. Feel the belly rise and fall with the breath. It starts as a paper width or hand width under your back. You feel that lightened air passing under your spine. And you can also engage the neck like this in time. And always breathing. From there we relax. We always come back to a corpse pose or a totally neutral, relaxed position between postures. And then we do a bridge, legs up for bridge. And again, few seconds, few breaths in each posture. And this is bridge. You could be on flat feet, you could be on heels, toes. You could have your feet very close or apart, that's up to you. Just be strong, work these muscles. And again, breathe. From here you can watch the belly rise and fall with your breath. And then after a few seconds, again, we'll change and lower down gently. You release the legs out straight. You feel the rush of energy in these corpse poses. And then we'll do a yoga crunch. A yoga crunch, bend the legs up. It doesn't have to be a strong L. You can bring them into the upper body. Cross your arms in front of your chest and just lift up into a crunch or a curl. If you can touch arms to legs, touch and push your arms into your legs. That will activate your abdominals. Now you got to breathe in and out through the nose. And after a few painful seconds, we eventually release. Feel that rush of energy. All right, and then this is how we get up off the floor to get to our standing series. It's a big pike style sit-up. You can always roll onto your side and push up. That is the safest way, but here's the sit-up. Inhale. Something like that. And then we come to all fours. Sorry, not standing yet, all fours. We start with cat and cow on all fours. Cat and cow is breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth, and really starting to bend the spine. It looks something like this. Again, in through the nose. We only do about 4 or 5 of these. You pull in through the nose, arch the back, and then out the mouth. And really round out the spine. From there we go into a balancing posture. And all of these postures are online. We'll get that to you. Let's begin with the right arm up and left leg up. It's balancing opposite arm and leg. You can look forward or you can look down. You can have this palm down or sideways. You might get a foot cramp holding this posture. Try not to look to the side like this. And after a few seconds, we release. A few more seconds than that. And then other arm, other leg. Left arm, right leg. Level your hips to the floor. Push into the floor and take up space. I keep looking at you. You can look forward or down. Change after a few more seconds. And then child's pose. You take a little separation here and lean back for child's pose. We'd like to touch forehead to the floor in child's pose. Get that pressure on the third eye, relaxes the whole body. Other two eyes open, look into your mat. And you'll get this nice traction in the spine. From there, we are ready to come to the feet now, and we get to the feet through a down dog. Down dog is hands and feet. Looks like this. Push the hips up, push the heels down, feel it out. You feel your shoulders roll in a little bit behind your head. And then slowly start to walk your hands back in toward the feet. We're gonna curl out real slow here. Center yourself, let the head go heavy, and start to curl your way out. Nice and slow. Bend your knees as much as you need. Head and neck will come up last. And then you be tall at the top. Now we can do our standing series. How are you doing, director? Good? Okay. Standing series, half moon. We bring the legs all the way together, toes and heels touch if possible. Zip up the legs, inhale, arms up overhead. And we're gonna go to each side first. Inhale, reach up, and we'll start to the left, to the hard side. To the right. Teacher left, student right. Arms to the right, hips to the left. Like you're pressed between two panes of glass. This is a physically demanding posture. You feel your yoga edge here, your point of resistance, and you breathe into it. After a few more seconds, we're going to push down and pull down one more time. And then eventually we'll come back up and change. Be tall. We do spend more time there. Inhale, reach up and up, and then to the other side. Arms to the left, hips to the right. Look straight forward. Don't tuck your chin in like this. Don't pull your head back and look up here. Look straight forward and press out this light and air between arms and ears. Try not to bend your arms to help you come down. Better to be up here with the locked arms. Press the palms tight in this steeple grip, this interlaced fingers, released index fingers. And at the end, push and pull. Feel that stretch from fingertips to toes, from bones to skin. Come down one more time and change. Good. Just demonstrating today. From here we back bend. You can keep arms here for back bend, or you can bend arms like a cactus. Either way, you're going to let your head go first. Detach your bowling ball head. You can roll it loose like this. Roll it all the way loose and heavy, but don't peek forward like this. Keep looking up and back. And then lift your heart, lift the hands, and start to bend back and curl back from the top down like a candy cane. If you have straight arms like this, pull them back to your ears. Pull them back. If you have bent arms, keep your shoulders down away from your ears. And again, just stay with it. Look up and breathe. If nothing else, look up and breathe. At the end, rock back, look back, lean back, go back. Change, come out, woo, on level ground. That's my excuse today. And then reach up and we forward fold. Soften the knees a little and take it easy. Forward fold. At the bottom, please use your hands either on the floor or on the legs. Please use your hands in your forward fold. We want to reduce the load on the back side. Let your head go heavy and breathe. Now you could do a straight legs like this, or even I could benefit from softening the knees, bending the knees, and getting that fold at the hips first, and then trying to straighten the legs. To change, slowly come out, arms to ears. Another way to exit real safely is to walk hands up the legs. You can always walk hands up the legs if you're experiencing some lower back difficulty. And then be tall at the top. You just moved your spine in 4 directions. Now we'll work the legs a little. We are moving along here. We do take more time in class. Separate the legs hip width, right underneath the hips, 2 fist distance between your feet. And then inhale, arms up strong, awkward or fierce, Utkatasana. Sit down low. It's a flat-footed squat with your toes relaxed to the floor. Use your breath. Look forward. Try to peel your upper body upright. And then change. And we'll go into a second part from there. We go all the way up onto the toes. Concentrate, meditate, levitate. Feel that wire in the top of your head pulling you up, and stay up there. Find a flat spot underneath your toes and try to hold it. And then soften the knees, bend the knees, and start to come down, heels up, heels up, heels up and forward. Keep driving up onto the toes like a ballet dancer. That's it, shaking and quaking. And drive both knees up to your palms. Change, push up through the toes, drop the heels. Now there is a third part, and we're getting a little fatigued here. Lift the heels a little bit. Squeeze the knees together, bring the thighs together and squeeze tight. And then lower your spine down the wall behind you. Heels naturally rise, and squeeze your knees like brakes. Lower down into a three-sided box, very difficult to do. And with a breath, and then squeeze your way out, squeeze the knees, rise back up, and come back to center like you do it every day. From there we go on to an eagle, Garudasana. Inhale the arms up overhead, and we're gonna hook the right elbow under the left elbow. So lean forward a bit, clear your flesh, and swing the right arm under the left. Hook this right elbow underneath. Maybe you can cross at the wrist too, and then pull your arms down low. Sit down low on two legs, and then if you're ready, you can lift right leg over the top. Squeeze. Squeeze all the blood out of your joints. Sit down low, but try to keep that straight spine. Breathe. And then change. We'll hold that a little longer, and then left arm under the right. I'll demonstrate this side real quick. That's left arm underneath and left leg over the top. Relax your right ankle joints, sit down low. Squeeze all the blood out of your joints. Line up all the joints in the middle of the body, wrists, elbows, knees, ankles, one line down the center. And change. Arms up overhead, and we catch the arms. Always float the arms down. All right. Gonna come back to the floor for a minute, to the ground, through forward bend, down dog. Inhale, arms up overhead. Lengthen your spine on the way down. Once you fall into your hands, walk out, down dog. And slowly bring both knees to the floor. This is just how we get to the floor. Look at that, nice and easy. Now, we'll do some kneeling. And everything we do from one knee works the balance and core strength. So shaking, wobbling, falling, all part of it. Bring your right leg in front, both legs 90 degrees, not too far out in front, better closer in. Also into the center line of the body, we are gonna frame that front knee when we go forward. First into a back bend, inhale, arms up overhead. Again, arms here or here. Either way, start with your head and neck. Stay in it and breathe. You got to push both legs into the floor. You got to pull your straight arms back to your ears. And we'll change and we'll come up. And now forward. Front side, we tuck the chin in tight and curl forward. Tuck the chin in and squeeze, curl, compress your way forward until you can touch forehead to knee. And try to touch firmly, squeeze the thyroid in the throat, looking in. Notice my hands are barely to the floor in prayer, or steeple grip to the floor, or separated for balance. And then change. Push your front foot into the floor, roll out, incredible strength. Release the arms, and we'll do a stretch. And after this stretch, I'll run through the other side real quick. Left or right leg forward, right hand on the ground for support. Reach forward with your left and pull your body in. Find a challenging place for yourself. It may be way up here where you can breathe, and then breathe. And then we change and we come out of that and sweep the front leg back. Lots of range of motion, just getting in and out of a kneeling position. That's what it is. Now left leg in front, I'll quickly do backward then forward. Too quick. neck first. Try to stay off your thigh in this one, really round out. And then push that front foot into the floor. And curl your way out. Release. We'll do that stretch on the left leg. And then we're back to all fours. And we come back to standing. We get to standing through down dog. Down dog, hands and feet. Feel it out here. And then slowly start your exit. Much slower. Much slower than that to roll out. Take your time. And then we do some of the hardest postures of class right now. It's 3 postures from one leg. Balancing on one leg will get the heart rate up. I will not hold them very long today, but we begin with the body weight in the left leg, lighten the load on the right leg, lighten the load in your mind, and then lift the right thigh up. Parallel to the ground, put that shallow pan of water right on your right thigh. Don't lift it up here or down here. Keep it right here the whole time. Keep your right toes flexed up to keep that side light. Push your left leg into the floor actively. It takes both legs. From here, you can fall, you can practice, you can breathe. You can also frame the front leg. Please don't grab or touch. We don't grab or touch the leg in this posture. You can round forward, looking forward. You could round out. Incredible strength and control. One day you're gonna round all the way forward, looking forward, and scoop up without ever moving your right thigh to scoop up the right foot, 8 to 10 fingers interlaced to the webbing underneath your foot. It only took me 2 years to pick up my foot. If you have your breath and your balance, try kicking out and push your heel through the hands. Push your foot forward, create a bow action in the body. One day elbows in, and I'm about to lose it for today, folks. One day forehead to knee. And then you come out with control. Oh, so much fun. I'll try the other side just to get a little energy. We put the body weight into the right leg. I can find a little flat ground here in beautiful Seattle, Washington. And then with time and with practice, you will enter each of these parts, part by part. Please know that falling is part of your advanced practice. Look forward, use both legs. If you fall out, try again. I'm gonna try real quick here to touch forehead to knee. And then you come out with control, not quite like that, and then be tall. And we move on to standing bow. Left arm up, right palm up at your hip, right leg up off the floor immediately. Why not? You're already on one leg now in a back bend. Feel how your limbs are pulling back. And this thumb open to the back wall. If you can, try to pick up the right ankle bone from the inside. And there's a couple ways here. We want this thumb open here. If I turn my hand all the way over like that, I'm twisting up my shoulder. I won't be able to kick my leg very high. So I want to open up that thumb, pick up, and then kick up. You'll have no problem holding that for 30 seconds while you breathe. And then we kick our way up and out. I want to show you also, you don't have to grab the leg. You can be tall and breathe. You balance and breathe. You can also pick up the ankle bone without kicking up. Be tall, keep chin to shoulder. Now if I start to kick back and up, I still keep my chin to shoulder. You gotta feel the weight of the kick in your hand. It's a super hard kick. It will strain pretty much everything and it will get the heart rate up. Now when we come out of that, we got one more. It's a balancing stick or the capital T shape for Tula Dandasana. Step to the back of your mat and towel. And just convince yourself you're gonna make a capital T no matter what. Inhale, arms up overhead, either the steeple grip or prayer grip. Look forward, step onto your right foot, float the left leg off the floor, point the left toes, find your balance here on one leg, and then lock up the body and move slowly into your capital T. Good. I'm just going to release the arms for a second. Kind of working with a sprained ankle today, a little shaky and wobbly. We'll do the same on the other side. So again, take your time, set up the top of your T here, nice tight body, and then come down with control, but all the way right away. And push your standing leg into the floor, reach out, shoulders are burning in this one, point the toes back, you hold it for a few breaths, and then we float back up. All right, we're gonna do a stretch now. We're getting there. We'll go sideways across the mat. Inhale the arms up and step out wide. You can turn your toes in a little if you like, and as always, you can walk hands down the legs. Otherwise, think of it as a swan dive, long flat spine. And then put your hands on the ground again, either on the legs or on, well, use the ground. Make it a four-pointed posture. And then we can start to refine either the distance between the feet. It should be a moderate distance. We don't want like a side split like this too far. And we don't want to be too close because I want to pull the crown of my head to the floor one day. When you get there, this is one way to add the hands, is to step on the fingers from the outside and pull on your heels and pull the spine apart. You don't have to add the hands, you can just stay right here, you can be way out here. And then we exit with strength. At the top, close the hands, revolve triangle, pivot on your heels. So the heels are in one line here. You got the left foot or 1 foot forward and the back foot at 45 degrees. Bump your hip forward to level. Bring your left hand down with left foot forward. Reach up with the right and reach out. You're gonna put your right hand on the floor. Now you can bend the front knee as much as possible. You could be on your fingertips, you could be on a block here, but try to get 3 points on the floor and then start to twist with the arm and then the neck. Change, eyes down, arm down. Slowly roll out with your arms to ears. Push the front foot into the floor, scissor the legs together for strength, roll out with control, and then pivot on your heels again. Bump your back hip forward. Bring right hand down to the side, reach up. A long flat spine to begin. I don't know how flat my spine is. And then right arm up. Change, eyes down, arm down. We'll hold that a little longer, and then again with control, and the legs together. All right, we're at tree. Last two standing postures. Tree is a balancing posture, beginning with the right leg up. Tree could be a foot to the inside of the leg like this. Above or below the knee is probably best for your knee. You could have a toe on the floor for more balance. You could keep right toe on the floor, or you could pick right foot up, left hand behind the foot, palm forward. This keeps the shoulder open. We're always working on the everyday posture in here, and everything upward intention in your tree. We'll hold that for a few seconds, a few breaths, and then we'll change, come back to mountain, and then switch, left leg up. I like foot in the hand. You could be here. Hands in prayer, always good. You could go grow branches if you like. As long as you're tall and you breathe on one leg, you got it. And after a while, we'll change. And then we'll end standing with a stretch. Please cross the right leg over the left leg. Try not to fall over. Plant both heels, and then walk your hands down the legs here. Don't dive in. Really squeeze your legs on the way down. And you can just bend your elbows more and more. You can eventually reach for the floor. So this is pretty far from most people, palms on the floor. I'll show you a couple, actually, first I'll show you how to get out of this one. We fall forward, walk into the hands, uncross the feet, and then you can come all the way back to standing for left over right. And also cross your legs and walk the arms back in. And then walk your hands down, left over right this time. If you ever get to palms on the floor, you could take right hand behind right heel, pull your upper body down and in, or put right hand under right toes. All right, all the while we're breathing. To get out, fall into your hands again. Slowly bring your knees down. From there we go into Shavasana, corpse pose. You know it, you love it. After all that hard work, you want to take a moment to let it all settle in. This is a physiological part of your practice. And can we take a break here before floor series?